Welcome to the Be Happy Now show. Flex your soul connection muscle and be your inner guide to fulfillment and purpose. I'm Claudia-Sam. If you know that you're here for a bigger reason, this is the place to be. Together, we ditch the self-care guilt and quit the go with less fear and more trust. Tune in to living life in alignment with your full potential. The Be Happy Now show starts now. You're in for a treat today because my team and I, we've gathered some of the most powerful times and moments in our intention setting mini retreat that happened just now, this week, in January 2024. And this is just a little bit. So you're going to want more because this might reel you into the power that lies within you. Now you're going to hear snippets of our different manifestation mentors because why would you want to hear that? This is going to be your third episode on intention setting. And I cannot put my energy even more into this than what you're receiving, in the sense that setting intentions, like what Allison will share with you in today's show, when you don't have an intention, how do you know what to focus your attention on? How do you know where to direct the universe to help support you in aligning with what's true for you, in manifesting what you are here for? You kind of have to, it's like a give relationship with the universe, and intentions help us to go, okay, she's in, okay, she's following us, okay, this is where we can focus our attention. Because just like you might know, if you have thoughts on repeat in your mind that are very pessimistic, self-critical, judgmental, fearful, stressful, instead of trusting and peaceful and open, well, then the universe is just going to magnify the fear, the doubt, the lack, the not enoughness is going to show you even more space for the ego to survive. And with intentions, we're creating a new reality for ourselves. So you're just going to hear about 3 to 4 minutes per speaker, the parts that will give you a little bit of an insight into the power that they shared with us at the intention setting mini retreat. And what my team and I have done is that we've created an opportunity for you to get this as a replay, the whole mini retreat, including the bonus session on helping you to reel everything in and have a clear plan moving forward, really playing with, well, what if this works out instead of what if it doesn't? Because it's one thing to have intentions, but to not believe in them or still believe that it can't work out, it's just still magnifying the fear and the doubt, when actually we want to magnify the higher vibrational energies. We want to help you really feel like you belong in your body, like you're meant to live the life on purpose that you're here for. So we decided to offer you the replay at $22. And the cool thing with it is that every workshop is going to be bookmarked on the video. Only you is going to have access to it when you purchase the replay. And each workshop is about 35 minutes each. There is coaching involved. You will relate to what the participants have asked as questions, because they were not the only ones asking the questions. Pretty much it was, when someone asks a question, it's almost like asking what you're thinking in silence within yourself. So this will help you to not feel alone and to still move the needle forward. So you can access the replay, choose to watch one workshop a day, and then within 5 days, you'll be done. And you get to take action now because you are so worthy. And I'm excited for you to tune in and just get excited. Use this episode as a way to get yourself excited with what's possible for you. You might not have the workbook to follow along with what they are saying right yet, but as soon as you go to our website to grab the replay, you'll receive the 20-page workbook, which has so much goodness in it. You can actually start, working on yourself and putting yourself now in an easy and supportive way. So this can be like the first few toes in the water before you dip. Okay. go to claudiasamsoulcoaching.com/mini event. The links are here in the description of the show where you find the show, and you can go ahead and purchase your replay for $22. I'm excited for you. Oh, enjoy the episode. I wanted to quickly give you a little bit of an insight as to like, who am I? Why am I talking to you about this? Well, I used to, if you see in that photo on the middle, work was my life. I was in charge of a team in radio. Okay. I used to work in media, and I worked in media for 10 years. And it was like my dream job. I was so happy there. And I didn't have a life outside of work. That's what I knew. That's what felt comfortable. And what ended up happening is that I put work so much in front of my well-being that I worked one summer 180 hours of overtime without being paid. So clearly that wasn't good for me. So I ended up with panic attacks, anxiety, not knowing what the hell that was. So I tried everything. You can see I had a lot of acne. I tried all the diets, and I eventually came to yoga, and that's where my life started to change. And I started to travel. I started to tune in, and I developed the tune in method. And part of what you'll learn today, based on my own experience of burning out and just not wanting that again. So now I have worked with thousands of humans all around the world. And I moved from Canada to New Zealand recently this year with my 11-and-a-half-year partner, Pierre Michel. And I get to be playful in my life now. And that unicorn horn, I have it now. And I can almost like, this is what we get to do. We get to play together. Intention setting, coaching doesn't have to be so serious. Okay. And I'm living my dreams of speaking, and I'm inspiring other people to access who they really are. So thank you for being here from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for choosing you. And this, again, is an interactive event where you get to ask questions. You are part of this throughout the whole event, okay? We're going to focus on, what do you want to feel? What do you want to feel? What do you want to experience? For example, if you don't want to feel understimulated at work, you don't want to feel unsatisfied, you don't want to feel unsuccessful or unworthy at work, well, you may want to feel passionate, satisfied, fulfilled, valued, worthy. The practice here is just for you to tune into how you want to feel, the feeling, because that word is what we're going to play with. And that's going to be super useful for all of the workshops today with Nicole, with Allison, with Nicolette, and with Betty. Knowing how you want to feel in each area will be super practical. If you want to fill out the how you want to feel, what do you want to experience for the category of career, business, outer relationships, so with your partners, your friends, your family, money, and then your inner relationship with your soul self, with your body, with your mind. What do you want to feel and experience? I will quickly introduce Nicole, who is one of my business buddies. All of the speakers today are my business buddies, and Nicole and I, we send each other voice memos almost every day. And Nicole is one of the most inspiring self-worth coaches that I know out there. And I had to invite her to this event to kick us off, because sometimes when it feels like we don't really believe in what we want, and there's like a little feeling that has us feeling wonky, like our energy stays low in the energy frequency scale, well, Nicole is going to help you to actually, the number one block to elevated self-worth, sorry for the typo here, the number one block to elevated self-worth without the guilt. And you'll get to listen to Nicole's secret podcast on the language of intuition as well, and any other gift that she has for you. And I want Nicole to come on, and she will. I just quickly want to tell you all who's coming on as well, because I did not do that. So Allison will come on right after Nicole to help you create a relationship you love, accessing the intrinsic power you hold within. So yay, Allison is here with us. And then Dr. Nicolette Richer, chronic disease reversal specialist, who will help you to recognize what you can eat to heal, to transform your physical condition for optimal health. And then Betty will close us off with redesigning your money destiny to feel like a success on the path to unlimited abundance. Thank you everyone for being here. Let's get started with Nicole. Hi, friend.
The next thing I want to share with you is just one really simple exercise that you can do to start to bring in supercharged self-worth for yourself. So we have one more exercise, and if you're still journaling the other one, that's fine. Like, you can keep putting stuff in there. But the next thing I want you to do is make a list right now of 3 things you did today. And I don't care what they are. Like, just write down, I sent a text message, I sent an email, I made lunch, I did the dishes, I walked the dog. And I just want you to write down 3 things, okay? And you can put it, oh yeah, good, I love it. Eat a smoothie bowl. You sent me a message, awesome. You put water in the diffuser. Okay, good. And so yeah, you guys can pop these into the chat. I love seeing what people do every day, because the cool thing is that we all do things every day that nobody knows about. Like, I didn't know you had a smoothie bowl, Claudia-Sam, right? And we've been messaging today. Like, I mean, all the things that I've led things with clients today. I walked the dog twice. I did all kinds of things. You put your underwear on. Yeah, totally. That totally counts. Anything you did today, you can put into the chat. So I just want you to make a list of 3 things you did today, and then you'll see what we're going to do in just a moment. But I want to hear from a couple more of you because it's fun. Okay, we have an intentional mile walk and sat in the sauna. Megan took a nap. Love it. Betty got ready for the event. Hired a plumber. That's a big deal. Put on clothes other than sweatpants. Amazing. And then Bertha shipped baby announcement. Exciting. Talked to pocket coaching and played with your pup. Meal prep. Okay, perfect. I love these lists. So now what I want you to do after each one, I want you to write in big letters, good job. Good job, me. I had a meal. Good job. I did yoga. Good job. I drank coffee. Good job. I listened to a podcast. Because this is how we really start to elevate our self-worth, is that we acknowledge ourselves for everything that we're doing. Little things, big things, whatever it is, good job every single day. And the more you can really bring this practice in, that's how you're going to get to that next level of self-worth. And then once you're really getting to that level of self-worth, you're now able to expand yourself into your intentional life. Like, what is it, the intentions you're wanting to create for yourself? How are you bringing self-worth into everything that you do? I love this list of what people are doing. I mean, it's fat, right? Went grocery shopping, went to work. Did anyone tell you, good job for going to the grocery store? Probably not.
Our self-worth is the crux of the quality of our relationship is directly related to the level of our self-worth. And so what I realized is I didn't have a lot of self-worth, so I settled in those relationships. And as I leveled up my self-worth, I leveled up my relationships. And so being able to actually take time and effort and focus on, what does that mean? That means getting clear about what my needs and wants are. That means setting boundaries. That means being able to forgive myself and trust myself and take care of myself. So that's one of the first things. So I just wanted to kind of reiterate from a different lens some of the things that Nicole shared in terms of the importance in our overall life of self-worth. But then the other thing that I did was realize, like, I had not been intentional. In my marriage, I put it on autopilot, right? You get married, you lock it in, you're good. Love is supposed to get you through, right? the vows are supposed to get you through. But because I put it on autopilot, I left intention go away. And without intention, you don't know what to give attention to. So when I had that realization, that was like such a light bulb moment for me. So kind of back to my story, like, that's what happened when I started dating. I realized, like, oh my gosh, I don't even really know what I want. Like, that whole intentional, like, getting clarity is so important. So you can think of intentions also, like getting clarity on what it is that you really want and need in your life. And so after a few years of this, I met Austin, my now fiance. We've been together for 9 years, and sharing with him what I truly wanted in a relationship, and that I wasn't willing to settle, and that I did want the thing closest to a fairy tale. And in that, we have experimented and played to create ways to stay connected, to amp up our partnership passion and play. And I can honestly say that our relationship every year keeps getting better and better and better. So I just share that to say it is possible. You can have this. And so there are a few mindset shifts that we've adopted along the way that have been super supportive for our relationship. And things are like, play is the way rather than the reward. And small things make a big impact, and give your partner the best of you. So I'm kind of putting these in here because they tie in with being intentional. When you honor some of these mindset shifts and implement and integrate them into your relationship, they can be game changers. And here's where the power comes in. You don't need your partner to do them. It amplifies and helps if you're both on board and you're on the same team working at it together, certainly. But these are things that will make a difference in your relationship, even if you're the one starting to do them.
One of the things to note is that women suffer from chronic diseases at higher rates than men do. Okay. Now, you might also have a family member that suffers from a chronic disease, and you might have to take care of them. They end up going into a long-term care facility earlier. Usually it's you that's taking care of them, not the husband, not the partner, not the brother. It's often the women that are doing this. So if we could reverse our chronic diseases, we have more energy. We're spending less time in prescription pharmaceutical lineups. We're spending less time in doctor's offices. We're also spending less time scrolling the internet at 2:30 in the morning, because most people who have a chronic disease wake up at 2:30 in the morning. They can't sleep. Their minds are whirling. They can't get back to bed. I see some smiles there being like, yeah, that's me. Yeah, I know you do that. I've been teaching this for 18 years, and I can tell you it is not fun having a chronic disease. And if you could reverse them, why wouldn't you? So there's Marie Kondo, I think that's the author who wrote the book, about tidying up your home and how to really like declutter your home. Don't know the author's name. I have the book, and I love it, by the way. Really helped me organize my t-shirts in my drawers. But I love what she says, right? She's like, you go through your house room by room and you hold up the things you don't love and you get rid of it, right? I'm pretty sure most of you don't love your chronic disease. So just get rid of it, okay? It's the art of tidying up your body, which then tidies up your life, which then tidies up your bank account. Because when you're spending less money on your chronic disease, you're actually making a lot more money. The number one question I get asked all the time is, hey, how do you have so much energy to run multiple businesses, to run a bike across Canada, to make a documentary? I'm publishing my second or third book with my publisher. We have a podcast, which is like one of the number one podcasts, or top 2% of all podcasts in the world in this category. Like, how do I do it all? I have a team, but I have a lot of energy. Okay. So, and I know most of you want energy. I know most of you are waking up in the morning and you're like, oh, I feel so terrible. And then you have to pop the coffee, take maybe I hope none of you are doing an energy drink. Please tell me you're not, but some of you might need that to get through the day. End of the night, you're so exhausted that you just can't do anything. So you plop yourself on the couch and then take a glass of wine, and then start the whole day again. You don't have to feel like that. You can feel so energized that by the end of doing one of our programs, you want to adopt a kid, run across the country with me, write a book, go back to school. Maybe you're so tired, you cannot even leave your unhealthy relationship. This is one of the things that happens with my clients, that they've been in such an unhealthy relationship for so long that they just don't have the energy to leave. So they just stay and suck it up. Or maybe you stay in the job that you actually hate, and you just go to work every single day, hating your job, when in fact you have a dream, and that dream is so potent, but you can't even get a little taste of it because you have no energy to do that, because you're battling these chronic diseases that zap you of your energy. So what we're going to be doing today, we are going to be setting an intention for what you would do if you had unlimited energy. So it's an unlimited energy exercise. And this is the place, I love this workshop because, already Claudia-Sam is helping you to visualize, get into your body, to be able to see and feel and taste what it is that you want in your life. One of the biggest things with my clients when they first come to me, they have no idea what they want. They're too tired to even think about what they want. They're too exhausted. They just can't do it. Or if they do think about it, they just get so sad and disappointed because they know that they'll never get it because they just don't have the energy to do it. But what we do with our clients is we completely reverse that. So we take somebody who's on their prescription meds, have a surgery coming up. Their doctors have told them like, oh, we don't know what else to do with you. We'll just keep trying, using you as a big guinea pig, and we'll try this other medication. And oh, that one caused side effects. So don't worry, we've got another medication. And it's just time and time again, you're just so disappointed because there's nobody there to help you. There's nobody in your back corner. There's nobody who can like show you another way. And then that's what we do. We just show you the other way. And the other way is so simple because you eat 3 times a day. Well, probably most people who are on a Zoom call like this are probably eating 3 times a day, or more or less, depending if you're a faster. And some of you might be eating 6 times a day. Some of you might be comfort eating because you're so exhausted and so tired that you just eat food because it's the comfort, it's the drug of choice, right? Because it makes you feel a little bit better. Whereas my clients you're eating, they're eating, we just eat different things. That's all we do. And the food is delicious. The food is yummy. You make it and you basically turn your kitchen into a pharmacy, but a pharmacy with, you've all heard the term with an pharmacy, because we're going to be using real food to heal you.
So many women are really keeping their heads in the sand and not allowing themselves to be truly powerful around money. And this isn't like becoming a financial expert. It's simply knowing and understanding where your money is, where it's coming from, and where it's going. And don't be afraid to look at it, really. I mean, this knowledge is power. We hear that all the time, and that happens for money too. Another way that I see my clients playing small is by looking to others in their industry to set their prices. I see this all the time in my money mindset boot camp, where they're just like, well, what is that coach charging? And what is this business charging? And what are they doing? And how many sessions are in their packages? And how long are their packages? And whenever you're asking somebody else, like what they're charging or what they think you should charge or what you think they should do, you're actually asking that other person to share their limiting beliefs with you. You're asking them to share their money blocks with you. And if they believe the most that you could possibly charge is, I don't know, $1,500, then that's their limiting belief. And now you've just taken that on and added it to your own. So what I tell my clients to do is to truly feel empowered around money and learn to design their destiny based on what feels right for them. And now for many of the women that I work with, the act of doing what feels right for them actually has them charging way less than what they should. But that's okay at first, because I can tell you that if energetically you feel in alignment with the price that you're charging or the money that you're trying to call in, then you're going to be way more successful than if you try to do what somebody else tells you to do and the confidence doesn't match it yet.
Let's just close the energy container together with 3 breaths. Is that okay? All right. So imagine that your feet, if you're sitting cross-legged, imagine you have roots under your bum, okay? If you can stand or seated with the feet on the ground, imagine that there are roots. Every time you're planting the feet in the earth, you feel the roots going right down, and then press into them and lift on the inhale. Lift the shoulders up and back. You're in your body. You're here right now. And if it's safe, close your eyes. Take another deep breath in, imagining you were breathing in the whole grounded energy of the earth into your body, into this present moment. And exhaling, sharing in the roots that we are all connected to together now. Breathing in the groundedness of Mother Earth, the nourishment, the ahas that we all experience today. Exhale, connected to you. Imagining we were all in a circle, breathing in, feel the circle, feel all of us together as one. And exhale to be here now. You've been listening to the Be Happy Now show with me, Claudia-Sam. Flex your soul connection muscle and be your inner guide to fulfillment and purpose. You are worthy of being you and of connecting to what stops you from living the life you are meant to live. Access more soul connection coaching at claudiasamcoaching.com.